it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. I'm here to do your September reading, and I have the cards laid out already. I want to mention, as I do in the description box, about this is a 9-9. September is the ninth month, and we're in the ninth year. So this is really a time of completion, of you making a big decision to choose one way or the other, and you're going to go. You're going to move toward it at this time. You may have been thinking about it, juggling with it, in some way, but now it's time for change. It's time for it to move forward. Um, the card you got from the Angels and Ancestors card is the arrow, and that heads due north, straight north, And it says surround yourself with protective energy. So this means surround yourself with people and environments and places and relationships and situations that you feel safe, okay, where you feel safe. You also have the two knights. You have two knights here, okay, and they're facing one another. And this one really wants to take his time, wants to go slow, feels defensive, feels he needs to protect himself moving forward, okay? Now, this knight is full of energy, is dying to get things going, wants to go, wants to start something. And so there's these two energies, it feels like, it's kind of like really wanting to go, but not feeling all the confidence and um, security to really go forward, like just wants to take your time. You feel a little defensive at first, okay? But going you are, because the knights move forward. They do. They move forward. They start moving toward their goal. And then you have, in the Morgan Greer Tarot, you have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is kind of not wanting to see something that is around you. It is, could be gossip you're hearing. It's something you need to face eventually, though, and take the blindfold off and really have a look at your situation. But it's you go through kind of a time where you just don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it because I don't want to see what I have to do, what I have to face. But you will eventually, okay? You're moving towards that slowly. All of the situations I see you here conquering, okay? I see you conquering and being successful and victorious in your situation, but it's not without its work or its rewards too. In the recent past or just recently, you have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. So this is some sort of news, adventure that you're going on. Might be a trip or a small trip. Could be a weekend thing where you're with friends, you're celebrating, you're happy. This is a joyous time. Could even be your birthday, Leo, because this is your birthday time right now. So you could have been already or are enjoying birthday celebrations. At this event or in another event in your life, you have the tarot and the Five of Swords. And the tarot, the tower, the tower. And the tower is something surprising that you don't expect, and it changes everything. And it sometimes is a breaking down of an unstable foundation. So something that wasn't stable to build on to begin with. And you could have someone around you, this could be yourself or someone else, that is, they're being hurtful with their words, for one thing, and also kind of pushy, saying it's my way or the highway, this is the way it's going to be very forceful, direct, could be hurtful, but kind of pushy, and where it gets to a point where someone says, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not listening. I'm not whatever, and so there's a loss of communication there. But we learn something from this. We learn something about ourselves. We're able to face our own demons, our own skeletons, our own, you spend time in the cave, it seems. And the cave is where we need to do introspection and kind of look at ourselves, and there's some things that we completely accept and some things we want to change and improve, and then we can go back outside and enjoy our lives because we've come to an acceptance in ourselves, and we're ready to grow onto a new chapter as well. Okay. And in the present, you have the Lovers and the Five of Pentacles. So the Lovers is usually a choice card. We need to make a choice, and it requires all of your skills too, your mental capacity, what's wise, your heart, what you really feel you want, or what direction you want to go in, what are your feelings, and also your soul, what's your instinct kind of thing, what's your instinct telling you. And in some ways, I wonder if you could be having some sort of health issues. You could be have an injury or something like that. It may delay things a little bit, the direction or the choice you're making. It may delay your choice, or it may delay the situation a little bit. But you're going to be fine. Then you have the Ten of Swords and the Chariot. So the Ten of Swords is about healing. It's about not feeling any more pain, not being a victim, not, enabling uh, bad, toxic behaviors. And in the Chariot, it's a conquering card. It's where we're victorious. We've chosen a direction because there's the choice in the Lovers, and so you've made a choice, and now you can focus your energy in that direction. You're going to focus your energy in a new direction, I feel, because you have the Ten of Swords here. So you're not focusing on the pain. You're not focusing on the hurt. You're not focusing on woe is me. You're like, no, I'm going to take charge of my life, take charge, and it's not being led anymore and just seeing where you end up and saying, geez, how did I end up here? But we don't take charge in our lives, and we need to, and so then we know how we got there and why. Right? We did it. We chose that. King of Pentacles and the Hermit. Um, so you're thinking about a new path, obviously, with the Hermit. The Hermit takes time, withdraws, and takes time to really see the light here, see more of the picture, takes a bigger glance at the picture, and what direction you really want to go. There's so much here with direction and choice. And then with the King of Pentacles usually has an idea, wants to make money, wants to be successful and stable, but also wants some creativity in it. There's an idea that they want to move forward with, want to put their energy into, and is ready to be successful, to be on top. The king has matured. Now, the king has matured in being healthy, because it's about our bodies as well, but also being successful. And I think this is the direction you want to go, more towards success. Then, in the outcome, near the end of September, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles also is a successful card. She's very independent. She's mother, she's farmer, she's businesswoman. She can do it all, really. Without her husband, even though she's typically married, she is independent. She has her own businesses, her own interests, her own things that she has going on. This person could be coming into your life. It could be an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. or they could be leaving your life in some way. Sometimes she also represents the mother, but she's very alluring person, and um, is able to handle things. So you're able to handle things on your own. There, you may be distancing yourself from a relationship that there is something missing, there's something lacking. It could be with this person, or kind of like yourself, you're getting more independent. You don't really rely on relationship or need relationship as much. Of course, we all want relationship, but you don't need it. You're very independent and self-reliant and that sort of energy. And then you have the sun. The sun is a very successful card. This is a very positive card. It means, doors are opening for you, that it's a yes, it's happiness, it's a lot of good energy. You also have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is, like I said, a relationship. There's a relationship going on here where there is maybe problems in communication, maybe hurt, could be jealousy, could be something I feel that could change, because with the sun here, the sun really brightens the situation. And I want you to notice there's still two big cups here, that there's still potential for that relationship. All is not lost. There's still these two cups here. All is not lost. So there's something to build on here in this relationship. And then you have the Eight of Cups again, and the Fool. So the Eight of Cups is looking for that relationship that has all of the cups, not just 8, but 10. Because this person walks away from relationships where it may be empathy or compassion is missing, something missing. Also, this could be a relationship you walked away from in the past and is now breathing new life. This could be someone from years ago returning, something you walked away from in the past. And the Fool is taking a risk, and also it's taking a risk and leaving, going toward that new thing. So what you're leaving, it doesn't have to be a relationship, but it's something that you feel like there's something missing in this place, with this person, in this work, in this energy. There's something missing for you. And so you want to move towards something more successful that gives you more happiness, okay? And in the Fool, you definitely do. The Fool takes a risk, the Fool moves forward, and the Fool is the beginning of that new chapter. It's when you walk through the doorway. You're walking through the doorway and you're ready for something new. You're ready to begin again. Okay. Really nice energy, because the Fool's very optimistic, and just ready for change. This is amazing too. So it's interesting that we're in the 9-9, right? That completion but not finality. So we move from the largest single digit number into the 10 or the 1, new cycle, moving into a new cycle. Through when you get to the 9, you've gained a lot of lessons and experience and wisdom from what you've learned all through all the other numbers. Okay. And here is, you're going to take that experience and that knowledge, and you're going to use it to either learn from it about yourself, or and share with others. Okay. So 10 of Hearts, 7 of Clubs, and the 8 of Hearts. So there could be some sort of communication, something that's making you happy, something to do with family, friends, your home, perhaps. There could have been concerns about your homes, your happiness, your stability there. But I feel like you could be talking with someone, flirting with someone that has the potential for long lasting love. Okay. This has the potential for long-lasting love. And you could be flirting, talking, getting to know this person, but there's something that concerns you about this situation. You've got a little bit of a red flag, a little bit. So you might be talking to them about that, just opening that door, making sure things clear, all the lights are on. Then you have the 5 of clubs, the 10 of clubs, and the 10 of diamonds. So 2 more 10s. You could be moving home, or you could be moving in your career. I feel like there's definitely more money coming for you, success. The 10 of clubs is something like it could be a lifetime job, something that you do for the rest of your life, long-term contract. Um, it's definitely something good. So there's more work for you. There's a change. There's a gain in the action you're taking, the work that you're doing. Okay. More responsibility, but it's something long term. It feels like to me with these 10s, there's long term relationship potential, there's long term work and success potential here. Okay. And then you have the 6 of diamonds. And the 6 of diamonds is a growth in your income, a growth in money. You could get a raise. You could win something. You could be working more, so you get more. There's somehow you're able to move up, move ahead financially. And this is very good for you because maybe you could have felt strapped back here. You could have, and I think that you could have changed that, but there's something that you just didn't want to see. You didn't want to look. And by not looking at all, we can't see the problems or the solutions. We can't see the next steps. So it's this fog sort of thing that's going to sit there until we open our eyes. And you do. So this is really good for you. Even though I think there's changes you need to make. I think there's changes you need to make in relationships, and also a change in how you handled something before and how you're going to handle it now. Okay, there's a change in that. So anyway, 5 of Pentacles, you got the 5 of Cups. That's the only one you didn't get. It's 5 of Wands. Anyhow, let me know. So happy birthday for you, those late Leos, and let me know how this is for you, because you do have a lot of 10s. Even in your tarot here, you have at least one. Well, yeah, 10 of Swords, and you also have the. I thought you had another one, another 10. Let me just look. No, that was probably the King of Pentacles I was thinking. But altogether, that's 4 10s. So there's definitely change and progressing to the new beginning, the next steps. Okay. Very exciting. Okay, let me know, Leo. Is there one other thing? I think there's something I need to mention, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, anyway, take care. Bye now.